my name's Brian Jones, founder of VA Platinum, and this is a video security walkthrough of our entire operation here in the Philippines. So let's start. When staff are coming into the building here, they've got to have a lanyard with VA Platinum and a company ID. Now, if they don't, they've got to check in at the desk. But first, as they come through the security monitoring station, they've got a team member here who's actually checking in their bags to make sure they're not bringing anything dangerous into the actual production floor. Now, if they don't have the ID, they then have to come here and hand over a government ID, such as a driver's license or a passport, and then they're given a visitor's pass. But they have to leave their government ID here for the time that they're in the office. Now, once they're coming through or people going out, we've got CCTV cameras in the corner of this room. And that's important because if someone's walking out and they're holding a computer, they would actually get stopped here by the security guards. If they don't have a proper pass issued by the building owner, then they can't take that computer out of the building. Okay, so now let's do a full walkthrough of our production floor. Okay, here we are on our production floor where most of our team members work. Now, what we have is a couple of CCTV cameras will pop up on your screen now, and those are to watch people coming in and watching people go to ensure the safety for them, as well as making sure they're not taking anything out of the office they shouldn't take. Now, as you can see just behind me here, we've also got some lockers. Now, team members, when they're on the production floor, they can't take in pens, papers, bags, so they get to put everything into lockers here. So if they want to use their phone throughout their day, they've actually got to come out of the production floor, grab their phone, and if you follow me, we've got some seating areas in the corridors that you might be able to see, but also in this environment here, team members can grab their phone, grab paper, pens out of their lockers, do whatever they like, so long as they're not inside the production floor. Once they're finished using their phone, they've got to put it back in their locker, and then they can walk towards the door here. Now, with the door, it only unlocks with a fob key or your fingerprint on the panel. Outside of business hours, we lock all these doors with a key to ensure that staff can't access their computers unless there is other staff members, like managers, monitoring their performance, monitoring what they're doing. So let's go inside the production floor and I'll show you what happens on the inside. So once you enter the production floor, there are CCTV cameras covering all aspects of everyone's computer desks, and that'll pop up on the screen now. You're given access to those CCTV cameras during your first onboarding, so you can overlook and see for the first 2-3 months on a phone or on your computer where your staff sit, watch their movements, and get a lot of confidence in what's happening. Now, what we'll do now is look at a computer and let's go there now. So here we are at a standard desk in one of our offices. What you'll notice is that there's no paper, no pens, no mobile phones. As we talked about, they're all in people's lockers. For the actual desk itself, we literally just got the monitors, the keyboard, the mouse, and the computer sits under the desk. When they're working at their computers, we've got external software that you have access to, we have access to, that does one of two things. It either takes screenshots of their computer monitors or it takes a long form video. The screenshots, they're taken every either 3 minutes, 6 minutes, 9 minutes, or every 30 minutes. Or for the video, it's a constant streaming video in 3-minute bursts uploaded to our servers. So when you're working in your country of origin, you can log into the portal and you can actually see your team members working for the last, say, 1 hour or 2 hours. Now you can do that for an entire month. Again, that's a thing that a lot of our clients do to get just an idea around that safety and security, knowing what their team members are actually working on during their day. The computers have all USB ports disabled, except for the headsets. However, if someone was to unplug a headset and plug in a USB port, if they smuggled one in, that USB port would not work because the software on the computers has been set up to only allow for the headset to work on that USB port. The computers themselves have got over 350 websites blocked, so anything to do with social media or emails that we haven't permitted them to use. Now, if you've got a marketing team member and they need access to certain social media platforms, we'll enable those particular websites but still block all others, such as shopping or eBay or Amazon, etc., if they don't need that for their work. One thing that we never want staff being able to do is to be able to see passwords. So all of the passwords, say for CRMs or client portals, have all those stars or X's, so that the staff members can't actually see them, which means we need you to log all of your usernames and passwords in your country of origin into a password protection tool, so when the team member's sitting at their computer, all they see is the username, but they can't see the actual passwords. Don't worry, we'll help you with all of that during onboarding if that sounds like gobbledygook to you. So that covers everything that happens here at their computer desks. And finally, we've moved away from the standard computer into one of our standard meeting rooms. What we have is the ability, if you want to have confidential or private conversations with 1 to 30 of your team members at one time, they can come into one of our boardrooms, meeting rooms, or training rooms that enables you to have these confidential conversations with them, where you can be on a computer screen or you can be sharing PowerPoint presentations or data that isn't accessible to anyone else. And that really is everything here that we do for helping you as our clients with the data security, compliance, and meeting all of the legal obligations for the country that you are working from. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.